So we've taken a look at how you can get your MIDI from the Maschine plugin and the arrangement straight into your DAW by dragging and dropping. And I showed you the settings that you need to make. But now it's time to take a look at how you can do the same thing, but with audio. And right now I've got the pad part that we're using soloed, and I've got a specific area in the Maschine arrangement where the pad is present, and I've got it looped so we can hear it by itself now. And I'll just play that back. It's quite a subtle pad sound, but I want to take that and I want to make it into an audio loop, and I wanted to play it back in Logic. And then we can mute it in Maschine and hopefully save a bit of CPU. There is a problem with the Maschine plugin in that it only runs on one core. So you can see probably that my Logic 12 core machine here it's all loaded onto one core currently. One way around that, by the way, is to have a dummy audio track in Logic at least. And when you play it back, it will start to go across multiple cores to some extent and not just load on your last core. But anyway, I digress. So we need to get this audio into Logic. And to do that, we need to go to this menu again. We need to go to pattern drag mode and into audio straight from MIDI. So I'll just check that again. Pattern drag mode, audio. Make sure it's ticked. And then you can grab this and it's going to say, please keep mouse button depressed. And it's going to prepare the audio. In fact, this is probably going to prepare the entire track. And then we can just drag it in. And there's our pad. Okay. And because there's some release on it, a trick is to create a brand new audio track and copy this 4 bars in. And then you can copy, maybe shorten these slightly. And there's probably quite a lot of release on that's not needed. Then we can copy it another 4 bars later. And you can keep doing this. It's a little bit like bricklaying. But what it means is by doing this, if we were to just pile them on like this, you're not going to get the release. So you're going to lose this whole end section. You would lose the entire release from the track. But if we layer them in this way, we're going to hear the sample in its entirety. So I can now mute the pad there, and we can close Maschine for a second. And with these 2 tracks, new tracks that we've got, make sure the second one's in stereo. Make sure they're the same level as well, or at least similar levels. And now we can group these in Logic. And we've got a pad group. And that's playing back in exactly the same way as we had it in Maschine. But now we've got it in audio, we can add some processing, we can sequence it in exactly the way we want, we can cut it up, we can edit it, we can do exactly what we want. So that's how you get audio out of Maschine. You can do this with drum loops, single hits, whatever you like. The kick drum if you really want to, and then edit it down into a single kick. And with that combined with the MIDI, we should be able to start to build an arrangement using these parts. So I'm going to go ahead and export some further MIDI and audio into Logic, and we'll start to recreate the basic arrangement that we had inside the Maschine sequencer. And that's what we're going to be looking at in the next chapter.